Hi, everybody. Welcome to Aunt Susie's Fabulous Sex Cast. Yes, and today, I'm taking your questions and answers that I'm going to try to give you all about sex, quarantine, sex toys, dildos, masturbations, just about anything you might do in the bedroom, in an alley, wherever. And you have an opportunity to right into the different Facebook Lives here on Podbean. You can call in. And joining me today is my girlfriend, my lifeline to technology. As you all saw before we started the show, I'm really lame. But the gorgeous, the lovely Ashlyn Berry. Ashlyn!
I am Suzie.
Oh, gosh.
Girls today.
I swear to God, you would think that by now I would have this all down. Oh, I'm telling you. What happens, what people don't understand is when we're doing the live broadcast, we're going live on our Podbean channel. Then we're also going live on Facebook. And then I have to do all these buttons. And because we're under quarantine, I usually have the lovely Ashlyn Berry, my producer, who works with me and writes all these fabulous things for me. She's usually here in studio. Meanwhile, this senile old crazy woman has to do everything myself. So here we are. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, there's people joining us. Look at that. There's Annalise from Brazil. There's Lee Monroe. There's Connie Rini. Oh my gosh, all these fabulous people joining us. So Ashlyn, how are you doing, lovey?
I am doing great. Things are rocking and rolling with our curbside orders at Suzie's. So it's all good news, and hopefully we're on the up and up towards opening our stores again.
I love the fact that we are the only people in the world doing curbside dildo and vibrator deliveries. It's so amazing. I'm telling you.
We're the few and the proud.
We are the few and the proud, damn it. I just love it. So, what, do we have any projected dates yet, or no? We don't know anything yet. We're not allowed to say until something happens.
I cannot announce just yet, but it is sooner than you would imagine. So that's good.
Wow, that's good. That's good. I'm telling you. So people. The wonderful thing about a quarantine is we know people. If you're not quarantined with somebody, you're usually by yourself watching video porn or Pornhub on your computer and stuff. Oh, I'm telling you. So anyway, here we are. Today we're going to take questions from everybody, and if you've got sex questions, right, we're going to try to answer them or give you our opinion. Because remember, we're fun people. I'm just sitting here. There we go. Just checking. So feel free, people, to just type into one of the comment sections here, and I or Ashlyn will see if you've answered a question. So what else, Ashlyn? What else? We had a few people that have already.
We have some write-ins, so we can take one of those while everybody gets warmed up in the watch party.
Right. Okay. Let's see. So because. I'm sorry, sweetheart. So these are the questions that people had already asked you already, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take one. Here we go.
Okay.
So
the first one is from a username called Bells.
Bells.
And it says, how should I break up with this guy that I've been talking to? So here's some more details on it. We've been talking for about a month, and he seemed really nice at first. He's so clingy all the time now. He calls like 3 or 4 times a day and wants to talk for hours. He keeps calling me his girlfriend too, even though I've said we're not there yet. He's very critical of me, asking me to change things about myself, and doesn't really listen to me or ask me any questions anymore. He just talks about himself and berates me occasionally. I asked him if we could take things slow since I just ended a long-term relationship, and he said yes. And then both ramped up again exponentially, talking about marriage and kids and meeting his parents, and I feel very suffocated and I need out. The only other problem is...
Go ahead.
Right? The only other problem is I recently moved during COVID as well, and he asked for my address, I thought to see the location or whatever, but he's been sending me stuff on Amazon, like groceries, and I never asked for that. I thanked him and said, please stop, but it hasn't. So I feel like I've used him even though I didn't ask for anything. He's just really immature and clingy, so how do I get out of this?
Well, at first, when you were saying he did nothing but talk about himself and narcissistic, I figured it could have been one of the Trumps. It could have been Eric Donald Jr. But then, that's what I thought. Okay. But then, when he started talking about marriage and kids, I knew it wasn't one of the Trumps. I knew it wasn't one of those. So then when I started realizing the entire crux of this entire question, they've never met. They've only been online. Am I correct? Because
yeah.
So, and then she gives him her address, and he's starting to send her Amazon groceries all the time. Okay. And I wonder.
I mean, that's a major issue to give out your address.
You don't give out your
address. You've known someone for a month.
Right, people. You don't give out your address to people you've never met online unless they've given you a hell of a lot of money. And we're talking over 5,000. Over 5,000, you can give out your address. But well, the thing is, okay, number one, we can just exit out already because number one, they've never met. This is an online thing. However, there's a problem now because the crazy dingling gave her address out. Now, my thing is, I mean, if it was me, as you know me, Ashlyn, I'm a wonderful actress. I would use him for every damn Amazon delivery I could. But the problem is, I would be ordering Whole Foods, top of the line, all this shit. But the problem is, Psycho knows her address now. You know? And I'm just like, that's, If I were her, I mean, the biggest problem is the address. She really screwed up with the address because no matter what, even if she dumps him and says, this isn't going to work out, and I really don't need the groceries, what's going to happen is Psycho Man is still going to have her address. And he obviously must live in the States. It's not like he's living in another country because, it's Amazon. So, he's somewhere in the United States. What would you do? What would you do? To me, I'd get rid of him, but it's that address thing.
Yeah. I mean, if it were me and this was the situation, I mean, I would have no problem with getting a few more Amazon packages from this guy who seems like a crazy narcissist, but she seems like she wants to be nicer than that.
Right.
So, I mean, I would just say I just don't see a future in this at this point, and I need to work on myself. She could use her ex as a scapegoat, sort of, because she said she just ended a long-term relationship. So just tell him you're not ready yet. And if he wants to keep giving you groceries, you can keep your doors locked, I guess. I mean, you can't do anything. You already got the address.
You've already given out the address. That's the biggest number one thing. Never give your address out unless you've met this person in person. It is just amazing to me. Okay. I just get so upset when these people do these stupid things. So let's see. Let's look over here. It frustrates me. Oh, look, my friend Alec Claxton has popped in. Nathaniel has popped in. Oh, a few people have popped in from around the country. Now, let's see. Okay, just looking to see who's there. Fia's down there. She's in Florida. Oh, my gosh. So, listen, if you're listening right now, hello, Ala. Do you got any, Ala, you are one of those people that I know always has, sexual questions. She puts the C in cougar, and I just know she's got something to say. Oh, Evelyn Ritchie from up in the Great White Tundra, up in the Great Northern Tundra says, what's the greatest and latest and current gen sex tech? What's the greatest and latest and current gen sex tech? Do you know that one, Ashlyn? What is that?
The latest and greatest. So I actually did just go to the Women in Sex Tech conference. It was a virtual conference last weekend.
Really?
And one of the biggest things that I honestly didn't even understand myself, but it sounds really cool, is there's this company, I think it's called like Raspberry Dreamland or something, and they're creating basically like a virtual reality realm that will be compatible with a line of toys. So basically it'll be full VR like sex capabilities. So you'll be able to talk to anyone around the world who's in this realm and use the toys with them, controlled by them, controlled by you. It seems super interesting, but it's still pretty far in the future. But definitely virtual reality is on the horizon.
Oh my gosh! And remember our guest we had on 2 weeks ago, Evelyn. I don't know. I think you were on for that particular show. Remember the lady you have the sex toy phone app.
Yeah.
The
so
sex toy.
Sooner in the future.
That's coming up soon.
In the future. Yeah, like at the end of the month, I think.
Right.
Satisfyer, which is we've had Satisfyer as a guest on the show before. They create some of the coolest and best priced, high quality toys out there, and they are coming out with a highly interactive app where you can control partner toys from long distances. You can control your own toys with the app.
Yes.
You can like FaceTime through the app. There's so many things you can do with it, and that's coming very soon. So
I was flipping out over that one. I mean, I was flipping out over that one because it's kind of thing you can have like kinky secret. You know, a couple can have like, what's the word I want to use? You can kind of have had under the table, fun, sexy stuff. For instance, you could like you could give a significant other, his little toy or her little toy. And yet you could be in meeting somewhere and that your other significant person is in a meeting and you can sit there with your app and they have their little, shoved up their whatevers. And all of a sudden you can start pressing buttons and you can like get them off. You know what I mean? Get them off.
Yeah.
From anywhere in the world.
Cool. And yeah, and for like people who are into long distance relationships and things like that, even if you've never met the person, this is innovative, super innovative for Satisfyer to do this. But you can give out friend codes,
right?
So you don't have to purchase the toy in order to be on the app with the toy. You can invite people via friend code, which is pretty interesting.
Okay. All right. Oh, Alan Shores in Delaware, I know Alan. I've seen him before. He is one sick puppy. He really is. Alan, I swear to God. Alan asks, what's the biggest dildo you've ever used? Believe it or not, Alan, it was the 15-inch. It was the 15-inch King Kong. It's the King Cock.
King Cock. Yeah.
I used the 15-inch holographic King Cock. And it was, let me just say, when I'm calling you, it was fun. Hi, Diano from London. We've got London. The UK is online. I'm slapping my knee. You're a hoot, Aunt Suzie. Hold on. I got some more questions. People are finally coming on here with some questions. Hold on. Let's see. I want a little. Okay, hold on. What did she say here? I want to know. This is Ala Claxton in Florida. I want to know the best way to explain to a man, keyword here, man, about giving me an earthquake on my G shit. I'm a virgin. Wait a minute. Hold on. First, I have to say something. Ala Claxton, you are not a virgin. I cannot believe you just wrote that word. I can't believe I saw the word virgin and your name in the same fucking paragraph. But anyway, you know who can answer that question? Who is an expert with some of the technology that we have here at Susie's Retail? Ashlyn, what technical toy or vibrator or dildo is gonna give an earthquake on Ala's G spot?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways to enhance like G-spot stimulation. It's kind of difficult to do it's kind of difficult to do if you don't know what you're doing, which a lot of men don't know what they're doing. So one thing that I highly recommend is a G-spot stimulating lubricant, which there's several of them out there on the market. But you can do cooling, warming, just stimulating. High on Love has a great orgasm oil, perfect for G-spot stimulation. But use a little bit of that, and then use the 2-finger, like, sort of come hither motion, just like 2 inches from the entrance of your vagina is pretty much where your G-spot is. So they don't have to go deep to find it.
Alice says, I want a little pair of head-sucking lips. Be my own fluffer. That's what she says. And Alan Shores, after finding out about the king cock, said, oh, mystery of life, at last I have found you. Have you ever tried vibrating underwear in public? Do we have vibrating underwear?
We do, yeah.
Oh, my. So this is why we have Ashlyn Berry, my producer here, because she tells me about shit we sell at Suzie's. And by the way, the Suzie's, if you're on your computer right now, you can go to Suzie's. Is it Suzie's.com?
Suzie's.com, yeah.
Suzie's.com, and you can see my namesake store. There's a bunch of them if you're in California, Nevada, or Hawaii. But you can go now. Tell us about. Okay, hold on. Vibrating underwear in public. See, I could understand you'd have to be careful. At my age, depends. Vibrating, that's scary shit right there. But tell me about vibrating underwear. I love this.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways you can have a wearable vibrator in public. One is vibrating underwear. So some come with like underwear that the vibrators go into it, and others like the calibratic magnetic strip. You can use the magnet strip to strip it to whatever underwear you want. The only thing I would highly suggest, and I don't want to say it's from personal experience, but a friend of mine knows that you need to make sure you're either in a loud place or that you're on a low setting, because some of them vibrate like a freaking Nokia, and people are going to hear it.
So it's
people are going to think you have a flip phone.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah, so just make sure you're aware of the noise level of your general vicinity before you do it, because some of these can get pretty loud, and that might be a little embarrassing if you don't know, but that's what's going to happen.
Could you imagine that, sitting in public, and all of a sudden you, what's that? What's that? Yeah. It's like, it's my undies talking to me. I would die.
I'm telling you a secret.
Okay, Alla, you really must be drinking at this time of the year. Deanna Klein in the UK says she's telling everybody to turn us on. Oh, look at the amount of people coming in are going up. Thank you, Deanna Klein, all the way in the UK. Tell everybody, tell them to come online and listen to us. And if you got questions about sex, dildos, vibrators, sex toys, you hit us up right here, right now, and your crazy Aunt Suzie will try to answer them. And if it's really technical and smart and stuff like that, then Ashlyn will finish my sentences for me. Alla, what is Alla saying? Alla, has anyone given a blowjob under the table at a classy joint, like in the movies? Okay, blowjob and classy joint in movies. Okay, Alla, really? I mean, we're not anymore. Not with social distancing, unless you have a 6-foot-long neck. That's the only way that's going to work. So let's see. What do we got over here? Let's see. So people will think, okay, thank you, Alan. So over here, we got another question that somebody just sent in, Ashlyn?
Yes.
Okay.
So this one is from Bird is the Word.
Bird is the word. Bird is the word.
And they said, how do I tell my friend she needs to chill out when it comes to dating? So my best friend is incredibly attractive, social, and smart. She was the valedictorian of our high school class, and we went to the same university.
Right.
She has pretty much everything going for her, but guys don't seem to stick around because she's very clingy and overbearing with everyone she meets. They always talk to her for a few months and then drop her, and she gets heartbroken. I love my friend, but she's definitely one of those people who live for social media and drama. Luckily, it's not too much friendship drama or anything negative like that for me. But she seems to exaggerate everything in her life to the point where it seems like a reality show. How do I politely tell her that she needs to set more boundaries and stop acting like a teenager?
I wish I knew how old she actually was.
I think she said she was 24. So out of college age, like you should be pretty adult at that point.
Because actually they've been friends according to that, since she was the salutatory. I can never pronounce that shit. She was the smart ass bitch in high school. She was the smart ass bitch in high school. And then they went to the same university. I'm thinking, these people, when they talk too much and they live for drama, you see it on Facebook all the time. I mean, you see it on Facebook. You don't see it on Instagram as much, but Facebook is like the cesspool for drama queens. I mean, so, they talk to her for a few minutes and then they drop her and she gets heartbroken. Well, yeah, because she won't shut her mouth. That's what it is. You know what you got to, I would sit her down. Birds is the word. I would sit her down and just say, bitch, you talk too much. You talk too freaking much. You turn people off. Did you know there's a saying called less is more? And if you constantly babble and talk, people get irritated. Everybody has been to a party or been to a situation where there's somebody who just won't shut their mouth and everybody wants to tell the person to shut the hell up. It sounds like she's the type of person that is like that. And as your best friend to her, and she's your best friend, you should be able to have a strong enough relationship to say, honey, the reason why you're heartbroken is because of that. So what do you think, Ashlyn?
Yeah, no, I agree. I also just think talking to her about hey, you really can't trust these people within a month or two to fall so hard like you are. You don't really know them at that point. Right. So, setting boundaries for yourself would be a positive and it would keep you from all of this heartbreak, because it seems like she's acting like a teenager. Like she said, she's 16 and, relationships last 3 weeks for her because it's so up and down and it's just not the way adult relationships happen.
Right. I'm telling you. Let's see. All right. Come on, people. I know you're there listening. People will think your hoo-ha is farting if you have the electric vibrating underwear. 6-foot dildos. Oof. Is there a market for something this insane? No, I didn't. Never mind. These people. All right. Come on. This is Aunt Suzie. We're here on our live broadcast on Podbean, going out all over the world this afternoon. And we're taking questions, we're taking answers, or if there's something you want to share with us that I might be able to comment on, please feel free to type it into the Podbean live broadcast, or type it into the Facebook Live that's going on at the exact same time. So, Ashley.
Jamie says 6-foot dildos. Oof. Is there a market during this insane time? And I can tell you.
What? Okay, hold on.
There is a product. There is a product for that.
What?
It's called the Doc Johnson F-word stick. And
the Doc. I'll say that again. The Doc Johnson.
The
what?
Doc Johnson fuck stick.
Oh, fuck stick. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's 6 feet. It's thick. It's 6 feet long, and on the end is a
dildo
lock for a dildo. Yeah.
So it's sort of like.
So we have everything.
I can see it now. It's like fishing. Hey, look, Marge, I got myself a big one. I can see it now. A 6-foot pole with a dildo on the end, and obviously not for anybody with. Obviously not for anybody with bad depth perception. I'd imagine. I guess that could work. I mean, a 6-foot pole with a dildo on, and it's called the Doc Martin fuck pole.
Doc Johnson makes it. They make a bunch of adult toys. We're actually going to have them on the show in the next few weeks. But they make it as part of their kink line.
Oh, wow. Paula Wright says, thank Ashlyn for the clitoral stimulator info on a previous show. Oh, my God. OMG. In gigantic letters, she wrote.
Oh, you are so welcome. I am glad to spread the gospel wherever I can.
That's right. The Shoved. Somebody just called that poll, instead of the fuck poll, it should be called the Shoved 19. That's too funny. What was the I forgot that. What was it? What was the clitoral stimulator? What was the clitoral stimulator?
So that was Satisfier.
Oh, that's right.
So the pulsating clit stimulation toys. You haven't listened to that episode yet, and you have a clitoris and you're interested, look up clitoral pulsator.
Right.
There's several different kinds, but I always suggest the Satisfier Pro 2. It's like the most known one, and it's just super unique technology, and it'll definitely get you to orgasm within 5 minutes. Like,
oh my God! And someone said the fuck poll is for taking fucking selfies. I think that's very funny. That's very funny. She goes, I ordered right away, still calling my own name.
I know. I've definitely felt the need for a cigarette after using one myself. So
how
I feel
funny. That is so funny. That is so funny. All right, folks, I love it. You guys are responding today. This is Crazy Aunt Suzie here for Suzies.com, Suzie's Retail. We're helping you get through the quarantine, folks. We're helping you get through because, you know, we're the only retailer that sells sex toys, simulates, lube, you name it. We got it. And we're the only people that actually have curbside vibrator and dildo delivery service. Isn't that right, Ashlyn?
It is.
And you can just go on to Suzies.com. Tell us where, if you're in the vicinity of one of our stores, you can drive up, boom, and we'll hand you your order after you paid for it online. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Ashlyn, you got another one here?
Yes. This one is just from an anonymous user, and the title is "Wife Thinks Kids Will Hear Us." So we live in a small.
Wife thinks the kids will hear us. Okay. Well, if they've got that 6 foot fuck pole, I'm sure they do.
So we live in a small home, and our 13-year-old daughter's bedroom is right across the hall from ours. A few weeks ago, my daughter made a comment that she heard noises coming from the bedroom late one night, and it sounded like the bed was shaking. Ever since then, my wife is terrified of having sex. Like, she wants our bedroom to constantly be as silent as a church after she goes to bed. And even if we think we are being quiet, she still struggles to get into it because she's constantly worrying that we can be hurt. Has anyone had to navigate this before? What are some ways that I could help her?
Okay. It's what happens. I bet she lives in a trailer. You know, could you imagine? Oh my God. Imagine. Well, number one, unless they're super biblical religious loon tunes, every 13-year-old knows what's going on in the other room. I mean, you know, as long as you got cable, you know what sex is. You know what I mean? I
do feel for them, though, because having a 13-year-old is already super awkward, and then to have her comment like that would be super, super awkward.
Right. Oh my God. My mother and father are doing something in the other room. I mean, there's that commercials running on television now, which is the young kid sees like his grandparents coming out of the pantry, and they're all wrinkled.
With the wrinkles.
And it's probably the same freaking thing. But, you know, the wife is terrified about having sex. You know what I would do? I would go out. My advice, she's 13. You want to have sex and you don't want her to listen. Every 13-year-old would give their left, you know what, to have a pair of Beats. What are they? Is it Dr. Dre? What is it? Dre's Beats? Those headsets, like
Beats by Dre.
Yeah. You go out and buy this little 13-year-old a $200 pair of freaking earphones and say, honey, you can listen to music all night long. That bitch will be funking it away, listen to the music, and you and your wife can just go for it. You'll be listening to that. You tell me a 13-year-old that wouldn't want to have $200 earphones. For $200, it's cheaper than a hooker. For $200, you can have your daughter with a headset, do whatever she wants in your room, and you and your wife can go and get the 6-foot Dr. Doc, the King Kong pole, whatever, and have fun. There you go. All right, everybody, come on. We've got a few more minutes here on the show. If you got some questions and whatever, bring it up. We'll see if we can come up with an answer or give you some lovely advice from Aunt Suzie here. What do we got, Ashlyn? Somebody else just wrote in?
All right. Yep. So there's another one from an anonymous user, and the title is, my boyfriend keeps bringing up something that I don't really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the details. I made the mistake of being eager, and I ended up getting too intimate with my boyfriend and a BJ when we started dating. So I was insecure about my BJ skills, and I decided that I would swallow for the first few times. And I hated it. I didn't like the texture. I didn't like the taste.
Right.
I was almost gagging every time.
Right.
And now he keeps annoying me about it because now I don't do it anymore. So he's never like done anything on purpose about asking. But he basically makes every special occasion a nudge towards doing it again.
For a blowjob.
He'll flowers and nudge me towards doing it again. He'll fix my car and nudge me towards doing it again. It's very frustrating, and I don't want him to experiment with trying different diets or fruit juices or whatever. I just want to tell him I tried it and it's done. Help.
Oh my gosh. So she dates him. She blows him on the first or second date. What the hell do you expect him to think? He thinks you're he thinks you're easy. If you'd have waited to give the guy a blowjob like 3 or 4 dates in, that's a different situation. But please, girl, if you blew him the first time out, of course he's going to expect something. You better learn to develop a taste for semen and make sure that you never go out and make sure if you go out to dinner, you make sure you don't order asparagus. Okay, I can tell you that right now. But you dug your hole. You dug your hole. Now you have to lie in it, honey, because you can't give some. It's like you can't give somebody the candy and then take it back. Like you don't know. Obviously, you must have done a good job. But then she said she swallowed, right? Oh, hey, that was that's
the part she doesn't want to do anymore.
Oh, so she'll blow him, but she doesn't want to swallow. But he wants her to swallow, right?
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, she could, you know what you should, okay, I would tell, if you're listening right now, honey, what you do is you get there and right when it happens, pretend you're having a coughin or a sneeze thing. And right as he shoots his load, achoo, you turn your head like this. He won't know. And it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. That's what I would do. What would you do, Ashlyn, if you didn't
I don't know why you would do it at the beginning if you didn't want to.
Right. That's my point, you know. You gave away the time.
It's nobody's favorite pastime. I don't know anyone who enjoys that much. But if you're really not willing to do it, you got to just tell him that, hey, no matter how many times you ask me, I don't like it. So just don't ask me anymore. It's not like BJs are off the table. It's just the ending that's a little complicated.
Right? Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. Where are all my gay boys at today? I swear we got all the horny women here asking all the questions. Where are the gay boys? I know you're there. All right. We got time for maybe 1 or 2 more. We got another person, right? That
Yep, I've got one more.
One more?
Is
it a good one?
Subjective, I guess. This is an anonymous. This is an anonymous person needing advice for anal masturbation. So they're a 30-year-old male. I decided I wanted to try doing this. I'm honestly nervous about it because it sounds unnatural. So I want to see what it's like. I have water-based lube, but I don't have anything else. I don't have any anal toys, and I've never tried it. I appreciate any advice.
Okay, so this is a guy who basically wants to finger fuck himself, right? He's never done it before.
Yeah.
Okay, he's never done it before. Wants to see what it's like. He does have water-based lube. If I were him, I'd switch to the other lube if it's your first time, you need a little bit more.
Yeah, I would maybe try silicone.
Yeah, try silicone. If you're gonna do it, you might as well like protect yourself a little bit. But then again, you might like it. You don't have any anal toys and you never fingered yourself. I really appreciate any advice. My thing is, I mean, you can go to Suzie's, and if you live near one of our 5 stores, you can go to Suzie's and get yourself a nice little dildo. You can also get lube there. But
either that, or I assume this person is straight because they've never tried this at all before.
Yeah.
He's and
30, right? 30 years old.
They're not. Yeah. So I would suggest if you're going to get a toy, which I would suggest you get a toy if this is what you want to do, getting a prostate-based toy, because I assume you're trying to get to your pee spot.
Gotcha.
So there's plenty of plugs that have that little nudge exactly where you would need it to hit in order to pleasure yourself that way. So just look up pee spot plugs, and there will be something probably in a smaller range that would be good for you.
Okay, somebody just wrote in. Veronica Bassam wrote, "How can I give my soon-to-be ex Trump supporter boyfriend venereal disease without having one myself? I would like to give him a little something just in case COVID-19 doesn't get the idiot. I thought you might know some techniques." There's some sick people out here, Ashlyn. You do know that. There are some.
I'm no scientist, so you'll have to go somewhere else for that.
Right. My thought is probably, I would slip him tell him you want to get kinky one night and send him to a bathhouse. A straight. Do they have straight bathhouses? I guess they do. Like
I actually saw a really great T-shirt, and maybe this would help you.
Okay, here you go.
The T-shirt said "Peg the patriarchy," so do with that what you will. But at Susie's, you can get a great harness and a peg, and you could suggest some pee spot play.
Oh my God, these people! I swear, I cannot believe some of the questions that people ask us here. It's just amazing. So anyway, my little love bug. Are we ready? What have we got coming? We have some big guys coming in, some big guns coming in the next couple of weeks on our Podbean, don't we?
Yes, I'm so excited. You guys should all tune in next Tuesday at noon. We have Wood Rocket. If you've heard of Wood Rocket, yeah. Okay. We have the owners of Wood Rocket on the show, and Wood Rocket is a parody porn studio. So they do parodies of like Pokemon, Sonic the Hedgehog, SpongeBob, like super weird parodies.
So this is cartoons? So it's cartoon porn?
Oh, it's not cartoons. It's people dressed up as characters.
Get out of here. I cannot wait till I can't wait till I get my info packet. So I'll be able to be up to date on that. Friday. I'll get it Friday. Good. I'll spend the whole weekend looking for crazy people dressed up as cartoon characters that screw. It should be a hoot. Yeah. Wow. And
it's a pretty viral meme of the Pokemon one, right? Because there's a character in the Pokemon one called Pikachu.
Pikachu?
You can assume. Yeah, it's like Pikachu, but
Pikachu. And it's called Dickachu. Oh my gosh. And so that's next. We'll be recording next Tuesday on that one. So
yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, that's next week. And then the week after that, hopefully I haven't gotten the date set completely yet, but we are in the works of getting someone from Doc Johnson.
Those are the people with the people with the 6-foot fuck pole, right?
Yeah, they're one of the biggest toy manufacturers in the world, and if you've ever seen like a porn star dildo or a porn star stroker, they mold all of those moldings.
They do that in Los Angeles, right? The people come in, they come in and they do a mold of their penises and stuff, right?
Yep, they do, and they also have the largest. Perhaps, no, it's not only, but the largest dildo factory in America. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we're also, once this crazy virus is over, we're taking the cameras and we're going to go, we're going to the factory to watch them make the dildos. And that should be. I want to go when like someone famous is having their penis done. Really do. Maybe I could like volunteer to help them get to the point where they can put that thing in a mold. You think they'd let me? Okay, guess not.
Know. We'll see.
You were speechless. You were speechless, Ashley. You're going this crazy.
I was like, Aunt Suzie.
I know, social distancing. I've got to be careful. So I'll just yell sexy things from the other side of the room. I'm telling you.
There you go.
All right, my love. It has been absolutely another fun afternoon here in our these are what we call our special live Podbean podcasts. So we actually live. We don't record it in advance like we do on Tuesday. So when you all come in and call, we get to have all kinds of answers. And somebody just wrote, it's going to be like an episode of How's It Made, but about dildos. That's true.
Pretty much. Yeah.
We're going to do it. So, Ashlyn, as usual, it's always wonderful. You teach me so much. I learn so much from you every week when we do these things. I'm still right now. I want them to send me the fuck pole. I want the 6-foot fuck pole.
We can talk to them about it on our interview.
I know. I can't wait. Anyway, this is crazy, Aunt Suzie. Broadcasting from Las Vegas, Sin City, along with my gorgeous, lovable sweetheart of a producer, Ashlyn Berry, love her to death. And this is Aunt Suzie. And don't forget to go to Suzies.com. Keep up on everything. Check out Crazy Aunt Suzie's Facebook page and check out Suzie on Instagram as well. So this is us saying good afternoon, good night, sayonara, and adios. And we end.